7 reasons that you should never, and I mean never, talk to a cop. Yeah, let's talk about that. Hey guys, as always, thanks for stopping by. Heaven forbid that you ever defend yourself in any sort of defensive situation. There will be an investigation, and I'm going to challenge you today 7 reasons why you should never speak to the police without legal representation. And even beyond that situation, I'm going to say this: every sort of investigation that ever takes place, whether it's casual or official under videotape down at the station, never ever talk to a cop. 7 reasons. Yep, buckle up, here we go. This fun is brought to you by my friends at Hidden Hybrid Holsters. They're not just comfortable, they are all day comfortable, and they're made by craftsmen by hand in Canton, Ohio. I love them, and they have a rock solid warranty. Big fans myself, been using them for years. That is the truth. Pick out something awesome, maybe a mag carrier or an appendix or a small of the back, or maybe outside the waistband when you head over to hiddenhybridholsters.com. Big thank you to those folks. Thank you to everybody for every thumbs up. Last week we talked about just a situation that happened in Delaware recently. The ATF came to an individual's door. He had the options. Hey, can you just show us the serial number really quickly on this one firearm and we'll get out of here in 30 seconds. He complied. They were out of there in 30 seconds. A lot of folks in the comments section said, it's kind of complicated. A lot of folks would say come back with a warrant, which is true, but then that opens up a huge Pandora's box of what they can do when they come into your house. That was a great conversation. Today, I want to go a step further, just in case you are ever, heaven forbid, in any sort of situation where you have to be under investigation, or maybe even innocently, something happens next door, maybe next door at your office, anything, you were in a restaurant, something happened, and they stopped by, the police stopped by just to get your side or what you saw. Shut up right now. That's my big time advice. Hey, I'd like some legal representation. Officer, you can do it. You don't have to bow up. For your benefit and for mine, I'd like to have my lawyer present. 7 reasons. Let me give you a few caveats first. We're not talking about a traffic stop. I'm not talking about never talking to a cop. I'm saying in an investigation or just anything where they're going to be writing down or documenting what you say. I'm not talking about the sovereign citizen bullcrap. I'm not a lawyer, and this is not legal advice. Gun guys, gun gals especially need to know this for defensive situations, but this does apply to everyone. There's an officer named Officer George B. in Norfolk, Virginia, longtime criminal investigator turned lawyer. He says this: people are inherently honest, and that's their biggest downfall. And he's talking about specifically when it comes to investigations. The biggest downfall is being honest. We're not talking about trying to be slick and tricking the cops. We're saying human nature is to be honest, and that's a problem. The Politico has an interesting article called The Overcriminalization of America. The U.S. population is 5% of the world, yet we have 25% of the world's incarcerated population. There's a lot of laws. How many laws? Well, the U.S. Federal Code alone has 4,500 federal laws. That's 27,000 pages of federal law that you have to submit to every day of your life. And we're not even talking about the IRS code, which is 6,800 pages. And it goes up from there. The IRS guide and the tax regulations, their official guide, and all of their regulations is really a total of 75,000 pages. And we're also haven't even mentioned local and state regulations. It's a lot. So this happens, you go in to talk about it, and you end up innocently, just maybe unknowingly, ignorantly convicting yourself of something from those thousands, tens of thousands of pages, 27,000 in the federal code alone. 7 reasons why you should never talk to the cop. At the end, I'm going to have a fantastic resource for you that's only going to take 22 minutes of your life if you want to expand a little bit further. I ain't no lawyer, but I would like to have one right now. Yep, and now I'm going to shut up. Let's all practice it together. Lawyer. Reason number 1, you can only talk yourself into trouble. I didn't believe this when I first learned this, but it's true. The only thing you can do by talking to a cop is talk yourself into trouble. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Now check this out. This is true. And this is from Federal Rule of Evidence 801, Section 801 of the Federal Rules of Evidence. Nothing you say can be used to help you. If it helps you at trial, it's inadmissible. If it harms you at trial, it is admissible. Don't believe it? Yep, look it up. That is true. I don't say look it up very often. I had to look it up. Woof, that should be enough to stop right there. But we're going to keep going. Number 2, there's no benefit to talking to the cops. Regardless of whether you're innocent or guilty or somewhere in the middle, there's no benefit. There is no upside. Nothing good can come out of it, you talking to a cop without legal representation present. Number 3, innocent people regularly confess to crimes through ignorance. And I like using that word again. I know some of y'all having flashbacks from your maybe your father. You're an ignorant kid. Ignorant just means this. Doesn't mean you're stupid. It just means you don't know. So innocent people regularly confess just through ignorance. They messed up. Number 4, you're under stress. If it was right after a situation, maybe you're at the police office in your police department and you're nervous, you're under stress. And under stress, number 4, you might leave out a detail. By giving an incomplete statement, you are in some ways being dishonest by not being completely honest, and you're under stress. My favorite non-lawyer in all of television is counsel person, legal representation, Skylar White. What does she have to say about all of this? Skylar White, go.
Shut up, shut up, shut up!
Skylar White's advice to you is to shut up. And the problem with that, a lot of times when we say, hey, shut up and plead the fifth, take the fifth, use and invoke the Fifth Amendment, is we have a bad rap. Number 5, the primary function of the Fifth Amendment is to protect the innocent. That was even talked about in 2001 by the SCOTUS themselves. They said, the SCOTUS, all the way back to the 50s, there was a case in 1956 that the SCOTUS talked about this, that the Fifth Amendment gets a bad rap. The Fifth Amendment is there to protect the innocent. We always think it's about wrongdoers and folks who are kind of hiding and skirting the law. They're the ones taking the fifth, but that's not it at all. Shut up. Shut up. Feels weird to say, doesn't it? Shut up, y'all. Number 6, the police, maybe they might just make an error when documenting what you say. Police forget things. Police pass away, retire, they leave the force. So this one says this, they fill out the paperwork, they messed up. He's gone off the force and somebody else comes into trial to present that evidence. They make a mistake. Not on purpose. Police make mistakes. So shut up. Number 7, all right, you're innocent and you want to tell your story. Number 7, there's going to be plenty of time to tell your story. Do it when you're under less duress, and do it while your lawyer, while she is sitting right there. And that is a big time help. Heaven forbid you ever have to draw. Heaven forbid you ever be investigated. If you are, shut up. I would like my lawyer. I have a resource for you, and it is from the Regent University School of Law. It looks big. It's a 45 or 46 minute video. I'll have it down below, a link, but you only need to watch the first about 22, 23 minutes. You're gonna have a ball, you're gonna learn a lot, and you're gonna do what I did and walk away and go, I'd like to talk to a lawyer right now. Huge help. Let me know down below what you think. Thanks for stopping by. I'll be here all week. Bye.